this is Jens Bumper, and tonight something happened which is pretty cool to me. I saw a band I didn't know so well before. They're called Itches from Belgium, and they played here at the Sonic Ballroom. Right now we're in the kitchen, and that was pretty impressive. There weren't so much people, but deserve a lot of people. And we start now the interview. Here they are. That's Philip, Arno, and Christian Friend Driver. Hey, thank you for that great show. The first thing I gotta ask you guys is. You played one time, you said, oh, it's nearly stole from the Kings. Another one reminded me totally of well-respected men, and so the Kings are one of my favorites. How does it come you have these deep love for the Kings and do it in your own style?
Well, actually, I don't really listen to the Kings that much.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's ironic because I just... I got really obsessed with the compilations of the garage punk unknowns type of stuff, like the Back to the Grave kind of stuff, Crypt Records kind of stuff. They're super amazing. And, you know, like all these bands from the 60s, they have a lot of potential and they had like one-hit wonders, you know, like...
Most of them are no-hit wonders.
Yeah. It's like that kind of stuff. And they just did their own stuff, and it really sounded super gritty and, you know, lo-fi. It was like the lo-fi before lo-fi actually existed.
Yeah.
So you have like these endless lists of compilations from, you know, like American bands, Canadian bands, European bands from all over, also specifically Belgian bands you have. So, you know, I started to just like dig in, and I just got obsessed, and it kind of like took over my mentality in how to approach music.
Cool.
And the Kings, maybe, yeah, okay. I can imagine that there's some similarities in the approach of the music. Maybe
and some melodies too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like certain riffs and like the rhythmic type of take off, you know, like playing a riff. But at the same time, the Kings are not really of my primary interest at all.
Okay.
But also, I really love them. Yeah.
Actually, I just filmed one video I put live on Facebook, and after it was done, the song, I wrote surprisingly very Back from the Grave style. So that fits what you just told. But
you got it.
But I heard a lot of other influences. So what's musically the stuff you come from, you guys? And what are your influences?
Well, we started with a stew and just jamming.
Yeah.
Okay,
finding our sound.
Let me give you a background story. So on the internet there used to be this forum where you can find musicians, and you could just put an advert on it. And it was like a live feed and just like kept going, like you know, like people just posting adverts. And I was trying to find someone because I found myself worthy enough to play with someone, and I just wanted to find a drummer. And then I just put the advert on the internet. And after so many cover bands and so many people that just wanted to jam and whatever, and didn't want to take the music career seriously or like put a project together, then I found him because he reacted to on a mail, and then since then we're playing together.
And so now, and what kind of music are you listening to except the 60s stuff, the 60s garage stuff? What else are you?
Yeah, garage stuff, punk stuff. Some hardcore stuff, some krautrock, rock, psychedelic stuff, old stuff, you know, reggae, dub, techno.
I used to be a real reggae head back then before the
Still looks like one.
Oh, thanks. My first party when I was 15 years old was a dub party, and I was totally in love with the freedom and the dance. So I bought a sound system and I paid a lot of money for it, but I never activated it. And then I started to play the guitar because I couldn't pull it off. So then I found him, and then we started just to play punk.
To find such a good drummer this way, because here in Germany, I always think drummers are hard to find, and a good drummer even harder to find.
And I think consistent drummer
on the global scale, hard to find.
But just in general, good people to really put a project together and like match the personalities is a really hard thing to do. So if you actually match, that's a miracle in itself. And I'm really, really grateful because you first started with the stoner kind of stuff, with the Kayas and the Queens of the Stone Age kind of influences. And then I told you, like, you have to play faster. You have to play faster.
I couldn't play fast.
You do have to play
No
faster.
drummer can play fast.
No, in the beginning it's like, oh, I just want to relax, man, and take a sip and.
It wasn't stoned at all. It didn't.
But if you have the groove, why not? You know.
It just came naturally to play a little bit slower, and then it was writing demos. And they were faster because like
I secured
I have
my
to
fire
up my
just
game,
to be on tour.
Very professional. Yeah.
Fire. I know they get stolen really, really fast.
You showed him the chords.
Yeah, I should. So I over prepared myself with the chord.
Okay.
Just
Let's say it this way. It's important for you to have a song.
Not so many people do.
yes, I know myself.
Pretty
I know
funny.
people.
Yeah, there's a new press photo of the Flaming Groupies I saw on the internet these days for the next tour. There are like 5 people, and all 5 of them smoke a cigarette. And in the back there's a sign, no smoking allowed. I saw it, and then one guy was right, you have to smoke cigarettes to be in the Flaming Groupies. And I thought that was kind of funny. So you guys already have like 2 long players out and one 12-inch EP. And
Exactly.
so how long are you guys doing? Because that takes some time to put out so many records.
Well, actually, in the beginning we had a lot of demos, and then we just started to do the repetitions and try to work out all the demos in reality. But then we realized, like, okay, we have to take this a step further because we were dreaming about the vinyl and everyone was bringing out the vinyls. So
that was the goal, bring out a vinyl.
And then we played a show, and actually your band,
You have a band too.
Yes.
So your colleague from the band, the Quack, Jerry
Mr.
Lada.
Raphael.
No. Jerry
Jasper.
Lada, Jasper. He applied himself voluntarily to record our first EP.
On
And
cassette.
yes,
I almost forgot about that. But
there was like this,
I think I know this guy, this name in the
oh Jerry Lada is fucking insane. Yeah,
Check out Jerry Lada, check out Tough Guac.
Yes, it's his band also,
Okay, we check that out. Yeah.
Shut up.
No, we do. But you.
So
sometimes. No, we don't. You have the right to do
It
that.
pops up here.
I almost
Yeah.
forgot that
You gotta know, he means it. Yeah.
I almost forgot that Jasper recorded
Yeah.
the first one.
it was actually his idea, and we were like, okay, fuck yeah, dude.
We were like, charmed. Somebody
Is interested in
Let's
our
say
stuff
yes.
because we were just like 2 years into it, 3 years into it,
I think 2 years, something.
and then someone finally just like acted towards us, and he was like, okay, I want to record you guys, and I'm gonna go with you to wherever the fuck you want to record. And then we went to this, like you have like these Boy Scout type of houses, and we just invited him over there. We slept there for like a whole weekend, and we recorded everything just like on a lo-fi 8-track recorder on
Analog.
tape. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pure analog. Yeah. And then from one thing came another, and then we started to record more.
But I can understand that you like, because you say that, like with the magic in every beginning, but I think especially for bands, there's a magic in the beginning when you have to you don't have to rehearse the stuff you do all the time so much. You can make new songs. So how old are you guys?
32.
Okay, and how old are you?
You don't want to know.
Well, you can match my age, for sure.
He's 500 years old, actually.
You don't believe it, but I saw his passport. It's true. 500. I saw the digits.
He's a fucking vampire.
What I like about you and also about the Chief Chef, that you have this garage influence, but also a little bit 70s punk rock, 80s stuff, even a little bit hardcore, and all mixed up, not like a stupid mixture, but has a rock and roll vibe. Is that now there are more bands in Belgium, or it's just random that I know these two bands?
I think not all that many bands do that to mix it up, but
No.
we just like so much varieties of music that we want to play it all.
We have like a whole stock of music, and we just want to make a good formula of music that we like to play and what we feel comfortable to play live. So if we have like a unit and it can create a good performance, then we bring that to the podium.
Cool.
Instead of actually recording it up front, we just want to play it, and then it becomes like a whole eclectic mix of like the hardcore, the garage, and all that kind of shit.
Do you think you have to be good friends as playing as a trio in that
Yeah, definitely. We're really good friends actually. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Apparently we're standing so wide
Johnny and
far
Jimmy
from each other.
Yeah.
I need my personal space.
Yeah.
No, but
He gets angry and he just attacks me.
what I think it sounded totally organic at one time you said that this crowd rock influence, which is a one chord, which I always like being a little bit like being boring, and then it gets interesting in the bottom. And
Exactly. We were saying the same thing
like
in the car.
hypnotic.
Like a couple
Yeah, I
before
love
we-
that you say that.
the same analogy we had. Yeah, like you become transcendent inside of the boredom, and then it becomes like a different thing, and it kind of creates an organism that is starting to flow and breathe. Yeah.
And for me, as an ADHD guy, it's hard to get in that mood, but sometimes it works.
Oh yeah. It works like relative.
But tonight I really enjoyed it. So we're now in Sonic Ballroom. That's pretty much the beginning of the tour, as far as I understand. So Wild Wax, who organize a lot of good shows, puts up a tour. Where are you going? And which cities you're waiting for?
Oh, he knows better.
Tomorrow we go to Dortmund.
I know. With Pillar. Greetings.
Yeah.
The Speicher 100 and
Sobrosa.
We just played there. Okay, great guys, great people.
Fantastic guy. Then we go to Hamburg.
Commit.
Commit with Wild Wax master himself. Then we go to Berlin, Chocolate. Then Hanover. Food.
Yeah.
We are from Zuling, we're more accept guys.
Yeah, Würzburg, and then Dresden is the last one.
So it's just a German tour. Just
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. And good clubs, and Dortmund is so great in the scene now. Totally super.
Yeah. Looking forward. Dortmund is really a very good place.
They already have experience with their own bands in playing in Germany, but this is the first tour of Itches to play in Germany, and this is actually the first time to play in Germany in general.
Yeah.
So it's actually two.
We were at the
flies
first
in
show.
one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's come to the end. We already talked about the Shift Chef, which I can recommend, but which are hot new bands. The listeners, the viewers, the customers, they don't pay anything anyway. On Dirt Shakes TV, which band they should check out in 2026? Your band?
There's a new band called Sick Pack.
Yeah.
They're bringing out hopefully some songs later this year. You should check them out.
Yeah.
It's
Sick
really
Pack?
cool.
Okay.
Sick
Number
Pack.
one.
Very nice.
Sick Pack.
I would recommend More and Tough Quack, his band.
Okay.
It's the same guy.
I already know those guys in 5
Yeah.
minutes from name
They're
wise.
fucking amazing. And I also recommend Frankie Traandruppel.
Oh yes.
You know, Lee Swinen is a true fucking Belgian rock
Double
star.
veterans.
Yes, exactly.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Okay, Christian, what do you recommend?
I don't listen to music.
He's
He's a drummer.
He just understands everything with the mouth.
I just have a driver's license.
I don't.
Yeah, I can end it up with, because Sepp and me, we played in a band, we did a lot of quotes on the first record we did, like in 1996, and from The Simpsons, Cat Rockman. There was a Spinal Tap riot in The Simpsons, you know? And he says, even when Mozart was playing music, there were riots.
They were right. Well, so what's the solution? Forbid all music?
In my opinion, yes. Good. No, that's what Ken Roberts says. Good.
Okay.
That's for Christian. Ken
I
Roberts.
would
So-
really love that.
The symbol of noise is actually a music note with, you know, like a sign that says it's forbidden. So I really approve that message.
Maybe I cut it and ended up here, but I have two little stories to tell. I was in San Francisco. There was a road sign, music forbidden here. And we stole it even we were in danger to get in American prison. we didn't. But I still decide music forbidden. Yeah, like a typical American style, like this 55. And the other thing is, I have a Rolling Stones book from 1981. It's just about Rolling Stones. It's from like a record cover from Javanse Jongsen Tabak. You probably have it too. You know, the last side there's a newspaper article about Iron, which says all music's forbidden now. So we stop right here, right now, 1 o'clock in the Sonic Ballroom. Another rock and roll night ends now. Goodbye, au revoir, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen.
All right.
Thank you, Pep, for filming.